Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, well, Donald Trump tried to hit the appeals court to delay his case that's coming up next week, and the appeals court said, "Nope, not doing it." So Trump was trying to indefinitely delay the Alvin Bragg election interference, campaign finance fraud, Stormy Daniels hush money payment, however you want to frame it. Um, uh, Basically, the argument was that they had all sorts of motions challenging the trial judge's pretrial rulings. They wanted him removed from the case. Uh, Trump's got this immunity argument in front of the Supreme Court, and that could exclude some evidence that would be used against him, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And basically, the argument back is you had all sorts of opportunities to do this before March when the last motions need to come through. So it's too late. Sorry. No, next. Um, so that was a one justice, Ellen Gesmer's ruling after a third straight day of emergency hearings at Trump's delay requests. Um, I believe there is, if I heard on Midas Touch correctly, there's one more appeal he can do, and that's like a full panel of 5 appellate court judges here. Um, if he can't get, and that's going to happen on Monday, which is the same day that jury selection begins. And I'm pretty much sure it was Midas Touch that was talking about that, because they're saying, in one courtroom they're going to be arguing it, and then in another courtroom they're going to be sitting a jury. So I want to look at this and look at the energy around Donald Trump's appeals and then how things are going to look on Monday. Okay? Entertainment purposes only in all of that. Donald Trump, you're like 0 for 3 in appeals on this case. How you feeling? You ready to go to Disneyland? Heartbroken betrayal. The judge is biased against him. His daughter's a political activist and she hates his guts. She's a never Trumper, and I'm immune in the Supreme Court. Oh, yeah. 0 for 3, Donald. 0 for 3. You want to know why you're 0 for 3? Because you ain't got a leg to stand on. Yeah, he's really disappointed that his lawyers can't get him out of this. The judges in his mind are all corrupt. He's victimed. He's just a victim. Crossed with the Sun card. This is kind of like that new reality he's facing here. That new reality show for Donald Trump. Welcome to prison. Yes, thank you very much. Welcome to prison. The new reality game show for former presidents of the United States who lie, cheat, and steal and commit 5 felonies a day. Yeah, I think the realization that he's about to be held accountable is really sticking with him. And what he is seeing is his day in court, which is going to lead to his day behind bars. Now, I will say behind bars, I will put in air quotes, because I still have a hard time envisioning him being put in the general prison population, if you know what I mean. Let's just say he will be forcibly detained and should lose access to social media, shall we say. It's going to be interesting. How do you run for president when you are under house arrest? Unprecedented. Everything with this man is unprecedented. Everything to me indicates this case is going forward. In the past, you got the strength card. The DA in the court system is holding up. No matter what Donald Trump tries to do, it's being wildly unsuccessful, and he's finally getting the dose of medicine that he needs. The Sun card, the accountability capsule has been put down his throat, and it's a bitter pill for him to swallow because he's never been forced to do that before. Current situation, double card. He's desperate to get out of this. He's suing the judge of all things. He's doing things that have never been done before in a desperate attempt to delay this case. He knows, basically, he wants to delay it until he's elected president because he feels that once he's elected president, that the New York case can't go forward. Even though it's a state case, he's going to rely that nobody would put the president of the United States on trial. They would just have to wait till he's out of office. And mind you, he will never go out of office if he's ever put in there. Look at all these lovely major arcana, and 4 in a row. Sun card, Strength card, Devil, High Priestess. It's lesson time. It's lesson time. He has been the Teflon Don for so long, never held accountable for anything that he's done. He doesn't have the people to get him out of this. This would be like that appellate court judge. She ruled, and she ruled. And if he tries to bring it up to the full appellate court, I don't see them ruling any differently. She ruled against him so fast, it would make your head spin, from what I understand. I believe, again, that's Midas touch. Lesson to be learned, Donald is stuck. He is a victim of his own making. His words and his actions have basically gagged him. His previous actions and such have bound him. And he's about to face accountability for the first time in his life. Mind you, he's had civil trials that he lost, especially to E. Jean Carroll, and he's had to face some financial accountability for that, as well as the Letitia James case. But this is the first criminal trial that he faces accountability for. And again, that criminal trial is about deceiving the voters by David Pecker and the National Enquirer capturing and killing Stormy Daniel and Karen McDougal's stories so that the voters were unaware of the bad actions that Trump has been up to. Out comes the Page of Cups. Messaging. I think we're going to see a trial like we've never seen before. Again, everything with Trump is unique and different. There's going to be stuff we hear. This should be a really simple trial. I think this trial is going to be sordid, considering the cast of characters who are involved. A former president, a woman who's a porn star, another woman who I believe, was she a Playboy bunny or a Penthouse bunny? An adult magazine. A lawyer who would take a bullet for the defendant at one time point in his life. This case has got it all. Made for TV movies. Or at least Law and Order episode. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I think, again, the end, Page of Cups, he's running out of messages. He'll try and grift. He will talk about conspiracies and things along those lines. But at the end of the day, he has to drink from the cup of accountability, whether he likes it or not. And I assure you, with that fish in there, he's not going to like it. And again, we're going to find out some weird stuff about this case. Will Trump try and appeal it to a 5-court panel? If he does, how will that turn out? Let's see if we can get both answers in one. Will Trump try and appeal this case one more time to a higher appellate court? Got that decision, working on that decision, bringing it to the appellate court. I don't think this is whether or not he's going to do it. This is him doing it, but how will they decide? Death card, bringing to an end to it. That doesn't give me the warm fuzzies thinking that he's going to succeed in getting this case delayed. Oh yeah, there we go. Page of Cups underneath it. He's going to try his weird legal theories as a way to get this thing delayed. Because, again, everything with him is delay, delay, delay. Can I get this thing delayed until I'm the President of the United States? And then I don't have to be held accountable for things. The Hermit card's in the past. So, yeah, he's going to explore. He's going to go forward with the next appeal. He's already lost his 3, but he's going to go for the full panel. Because we're going to go for the full humiliation. Oh, that's not good for him. As I have said many times, the Sun card is about the worst card for Trump and for the Republican Party. Truth being exposed. The truth is not a friend for liars or cheats or scammers or felons or anything along those lines. It could be true for felons, but not in the course of them committing felonies. Truth is right here. Going forward with it, but the truth's already there. The truth is already there. I don't think this is going anywhere. Overarching energy is the Ace of Pentacles. He's trying to bring big novel things to the court, but they're worthless. It's junk. They're junk bonds. And he might try and fundraise off of it. The lesson to be learned is the Ace of Swords. This case is going forward. No amount of money is going to delay it. There's nothing of value that he's bringing to the appeals court. Nothing. This case is going forward. And the appeals are going to end. The appeals are going to end here. Outcome is the Knight of Cups. I think this is just another one of those insincere tries. I mean, there's always a chance that they might think there's something value there that they want to rule on. But there is nothing of value that he's really bringing to the appellate court here. It's truly an insincere. There's no value. This is an insincere attempt to try and get this court to decide to delay things. I don't think he's going to be successful, but I put that again as like a 70-30, 80-20. If he does get the full appeals court to listen to his case because they want to make sure that they make the right ruling, I would not be surprised. I'm leaning towards they're going to say no, no, and no because they've got jurors and they got witnesses coming into town. There's a lot of commitments. There's a lot of things have to happen for court cases to come. And to challenge it at the last minute on preposterous allegations and such, I don't see it. I don't see it. But just because I don't see it doesn't mean it won't happen. I don't think the probability is there. If I was a betting man, I would bet that this court case is going to go forward. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm pretty darn sure. Flip a coin. And if you don't like the result, flip it again. That's kind of, again, 75% chance that this case goes forward. And it could be 90% it goes forward. To me, it's not an insignificant chance that he gets another delay. That he gets the full appellate court to listen to it. If Trump gets the full appellate court to listen to it, how long before they make a decision? Queen of Wands just popped up. They will make a decision. I suspect it's going to be as quick as that other woman's. How long would it be? Wheel of Fortune. A lot of arguing and bickering. Going forward with these novel ideas. Oh God, it's just all a bunch of crap. These novel ideas are a bunch of crap. Truth is going to be exposed. I got a 9 and a 10. There could be a 2-week delay, a two work week delay. So it could be 9 to 10 days. And if those are, and I'm assuming those would be work weeks. So if the case is supposed to start on the 15th, it could start on like the 29th of April. But it may not, because again, you've got, or the decision would be made by the 29th of April, something along those lines. And then the case would be pushed out to May. And Judge Merchan has Steve Bannon coming in at the end of May. So, I just don't think we're going to see it. The appeals court, if I look at that last reading, the Wheel of Fortune, the appeals court will probably talk about it and consider it. But what they with the Page of Wands center underneath it, that would tell me that they're going to listen to what he has to. They're going to listen to the argument, and then with the Page of Cups next to it, it's like, yeah, but it's a nonsense argument. And then they're going to look at the left, the five of the drunken hillbilly brawl, and just say, this is just turmoil for the sake of turmoil. They when they look at the Page of Wands, they're trying to look for the value, and they're not seeing any value in it. They're just seeing crazy sauce. And they're, again, the Truth card or the Hermit card underneath there. No, they're not going to take this. They will listen. They're probably contemplating it now, or like they'll send it on Monday, and they'll look at it on Monday, and they'll just deny it. I think they're going to deny having it go to the full panel. I'm sure they're already talking about. That Five of Wands is probably the full 5-member appellate court to debate that. Do we have the debate? Do we have, or do we listen to the crazy man? And I don't think they're going to go that way. Again, I would give it 10%, maybe a 20% chance. Generally speaking, how wild is Trump's trial going to be? What's the general energy around this upcoming trial for Donald Trump, this criminal trial? Knight of Cups, the false friends, Michael Cohen, how it's going to be basically, how did Trump do over all these people? Michael Cohen went to prison for this. Stormy Daniels was offered things to be quiet, and her life was threatened, as was her daughter's life was threatened. Fake friends to the electorates by both Karen McDougal and Stormy Daniels in having those stories. David Pecker coming to them saying he would print their stories and then just buried them. There's a lot of false friends and bad deeds to go around here. Interesting strength card. I think the women are going to be very strong in this case. Their testimony, the women, is going to be very strong and believable, and people might have a bitter taste in their mouth when they hear how weak Donald Trump is. I'm really looking forward to that. Underneath is the Two of Wands. Yeah, this trial will go on. I'm sure it's more than 2 weeks. I think it's supposed to be a 3-week trial. But it's going to impact things going forward, because there's going to be actions taken that impact things. And probably is going to impact Donald Trump's ability to even campaign. In the past, we got the Eight of Swords, excuse me. How is this case going to turn out? These women have been held hostage. They've been belittled, demeaned, and this is their opportunity to cut the ropes that bind them in the blindfold that blinds them, and to let people know exactly what happened. And I do believe they will do that. More women bringing valuable information, talking about money, in the case of Stormy Daniels, talking about what happened to her and her daughter. And again, it's going to make an impact. I don't think, as looking at the rabbit that's hiding in the corner of this, which is a symbol of fertility and such, I don't think we're going to find out about fertility issues with Donald, or asking women to get abortions or something along those lines. But there could be something like that comes up. I'll be really curious to see if this is just like Stormy Daniels' daughter, or if there's something else about children that's brought up. For all I know, it could just be about Barron, and Melania's home with Barron while Trump's out gallivanting. Overarching energy. it's opening day, and I think Trump's going away on this one. We're going to learn a lot. We're going to learn a lot about him, or some people are going to learn a lot. People that don't know much about Donald Trump because they listen to Fox News, they're going to hear about this. They will almost go to different news stations or read the internet because they want to know how this trial goes. People can't help themselves. The lesson to be learned, the magician. I think the illusion of Donald Trump is going to be exposed. This is almost going to write a new chapter on who this man really is, this Knight of Cups. Outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. I do believe they're gonna show how much money changed hands, who was involved in the scam to get this money to change hands, and again, who's involved in that? He slept with a woman, not his wife. The conspiracy that was involved, everybody that was involved, a party to this, what the intention was, and the money that got paid out. No, we're gonna find out a lot about this. I would ask if he's going to appeal, but I know the answer is yes to that, and it's way too soon to read if his appeal will be successful. I did read a story. They interviewed Avenatti, who was Stormy Daniels' original attorney, back when Michael Cohen was Trump's attorney and Stormy Daniels was trying to get, I don't know if it was a defamation case or something like that. And Avenatti was running circles around Michael Cohen and out-trumping Trump and Michael Cohen when it came to owning the media. Unfortunately, Michael Avenatti couldn't help himself and decided to rip off his client too from proceeds from book deals that she did and stuff like that. So, I guess arrogance only goes so far. Even if you're a skilled lawyer and you're an arrogant skilled lawyer, doesn't mean you're a good person. Even if you're representing somebody we're rooting for. Okay, we'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Oh, the whole thing with Avenatti was, I'm sorry, it got me in a segue. He was just basically saying he thought that Trump would get convicted, but he wasn't sure if it would last under appeal because he wasn't sure that state charges for something involving a federal election was the right court to hold it in. So we'll see what happens. See if he's right, see if he's not. That would be his thought if Trump was going to appeal and have a chance to win an appeal. That's how he would do it. We will figure that out weeks after this trial is over. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for your likes, shares, comments, everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so that my video makes it out to a wider audience. To folks just discovering this channel recently and for the first time, and there are a ton of you, welcome to the channel. Glad you found us. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.